LP.
Hi. Do you have any packages?
Any packages?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you can look at all of them.
Today? Okay. Cool. They probably, you know how they sometimes just take the
We got a lot of usual suspects in here. Complete, the bar, Sharon Love, missed us by that much. Kasim King Math, Free Cipher. Yeah, the complete, interesting title. You know, this one right here is there's like a great number of conversations. You know, I don't know about a great number, but there's, you know, a couple conversations I've been having that kind of inspired this title right here. We don't need to wait, because it's, you know, like you said, we already we on the late shift. But you know, this right here, this is 3D. See, in 2D, right? In the lessons, it say certain things. Hold on for a second. Yeah. So like I was saying, yeah, in the lessons, you know, see, look, a lot of people, they look good on paper. See, on paper, this don't exist. See, you know, on paper, is there any 5% other than righteous?
They son is still sitting in the front. I'm gonna close the door.
Yeah. How that person walked in here then? Good.
We're gonna move to peace.
All right, peace. Yeah, see, like, look, it's already right here. You know what I'm saying, on paper, right? Are there any Muslims other than righteous? Is there any 5% other than righteous?
Peace.
Peace. And see, Kasim, I like this right here, right? You said those whose actions is not matching their words, right? But see, it's also those whose words is not matching their actions. See, for those people that you wouldn't be righteous, you just need to learn the way to do that. Then yeah, this is simple. This is about 360 degrees, right? This is about 360 degrees. See, being righteous, right? It's not just being a bump on the log. Like if you just don't do nothing, you just was a zero. You didn't do the right thing or the wrong thing. You was a zero. You didn't do nothing. You wasted it. You wasted it. There's never going to be a lesson with you in it. So see, you got people that they talk a good game, but the actions is a zero. And then you got people that they active, right? They out there, they may be protesting, whatever it might be, right? But they slaves of mental death and power. See, this is why is I have conversations with people on both sides. Truth Rule said, I would like to know the difference between an unrighteous 5% and a righteous 85%. I can tell you one thing, right? I'm pro-righteousness, anti-establishment. So guess which one of these people I would prefer be around me? You see, one difference is these conversations that you have with them. You have conversations with, unrighteous 5%, and he wants to belittle all the physical manifestations of righteousness, besides speaking. And it's all about, you don't know their lessons though. They got this and they got that, but they don't know their lessons though. And then you have the conversations on the other side. Yeah, see, I don't really, some brothers, they know 120 and all that. They're always asking you, you know what I'm saying? But yo, motherfuckers is always like this, you know what I'm saying? They ain't never really got nothing. They always can't help you out. Here's the reality. All of us chose the name Allah. The name is the name. What it means is what it means. So we here, we manifesting this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding verbally, right? But I'm also sitting right here in the physical manifestation. I'm here at a law school in Mecca. We all here, we physical. We a physical crystallization of the idea what he had, right? To teach babies that wasn't even there yet. And we the physical manifestation of that. So if you're going to carry that name, you got to do both. Otherwise, stay in your lane. Stop talking about things you can't manifest. Stop manifesting things that you don't understand, right? Because when you don't understand what you build, it might destroy you. See, there's people that's, and let me just say that's my opinion, right? But there's people that all around us, man, what your goal is. You know, you striving, but are you ever going to get there? You see, you know, this is the science of making it real. See, when you come to the knowledge, right? We tell you that you God. That's 7, right? You know, not everybody was at 6 when they met the gods. Some people was at 2 or 3. You see, they got the knowledge and they just got the 4 or 5. And coming from 2 or 3, they think they got. Some people get all the way to the good equality. But they never really get to be God. See this right here? Unrighteous 5% and righteous 85%. That's the wastelands. So like I say, you know, just by you was born, you was birthed, right? You the Asiatic black man. Your parents was the black, brown, or yellow, right? So you the Asiatic black man. You see, as soon as you get the knowledge, we tell you you got the universe. The universe, all worlds from highest to lowest. Kasim said that's a true statement because I've had the knowledge of self since the age of 16 and 48 now, and probably the last 5 or 6 years I have learned history of our nation I didn't know. But you know, you're always going to be, you know, it's always going to be things. You know, we were sitting out front today. And, you know, we always was, you know, manifesting some things that was a little bit new to everybody else. But you know, like I said, yeah, this over here, the unrighteous 5% and the righteous 85%, man, that's the wastelands too. Of, you know, people that got the knowledge, you know, and they good brothers. You know, we know these people in real life. When we build on our degrees, we don't build on them. But we know these people in real life. You see, what happens is when you end up with, see, these type of people, no solutions. So see, you wondering, look, why can't everybody just come together? They're not even the same. I guess that's enough of my rant. That's enough for the rant aspect of the live because I'm actually in a good mood. I I renewed my license last year in July, and it just came today. So I'm actually in a good mood. But I did have this one saved up. See, you only have to emphasize, right? You only have to emphasize one when you're not doing the other. Meaning, if all you know is your lessons, but there's nowhere on the planet where you could go, right? And you don't open your mouth. And I could tell that over here is God. And that's because you. But see the other way, look, if I could go someplace, right? And everybody knows you, but they know you as Timothy. See, that's how you become a righteous 85. You just over there, you Timothy, because see what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen, right, when you interacting with people that's not from your culture. Either you're going to assimilate into their culture or they're going to assimilate into your culture. Either you're going to start influencing them to be, at least more knowledgeable, or they're going to start influencing you to be more savage. Hmm. I don't know. That's interesting right there. That's something. 29 million square miles is 14.7% of the 196,940,000 square miles. Is that right? Divine understanding. You're lucky right now I can't remember your name. I seen my brothers last year celebrating every European holiday. I mean, listen, I guess it's a day off. But you know, these is definitely people that you gotta be aware of, man. You know, they may not directly harm you, but it's difficult to get things done with them. Said being more like the 85% instead of at least teaching the origin of those days. I mean, now, what's the level of celebration you're talking about? Supreme Man. Because, you know, there's different levels, right? Now, there's the level that, you know, a lot of holidays is times for children, you know, to have fun, celebrate, take the day off, etc., right? And so, you know, allowing them to do that is one thing. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, I would say, like for me, right? Like putting on a Santa Claus suit, let's say. You know what I'm saying? Like even if I was going to give some kids some gifts, right? I'm not going to do it in a Santa Claus suit. You know what I'm saying? You know that's that's the next. That's a little bit next level for me. But what's the level of celebration that you talking about? Yeah, see, red elf hat and all that. Yeah, that's when the ship has left the station. The Russ said things will be difficult to do with them because they claim the wisdom but can't make nothing born from it. Yeah, that's you know, you know, sometimes, you know, look, uh, you know, that's what the square is. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you get the knowledge, you know what I'm saying, and or you have a flag on, or somebody hears you speaking this language or something, right? And they respond a certain way, that's because this stands for something. And this stands for something because people stood for something. You know what I mean? Starting with love. So, if you're going to stand for something else, then your name is really something else. For the unrighteous 5%, a lot of times it's about, look, you got to make that decision. See, this is the guy who is trying to serve two or more masters. Kasim said, I get it. I have 4 children with different mothers, and only one has knowledge of self, but the other definitely was taught. But I didn't get through to them. Well, look, we extended a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because of society that we live in and everything, but we could really only take them up to 6. Yeah, they born in a nation and everything, you know what I mean? But they still start out the Asiatic black man. And they got to be to make it their own and the cream of the planet Earth for all the civilization on their own. You know what I'm saying? We can't really choose this for them. You know what I'm saying? Now, there is situations where there is a failure, to communicate the culture, you know what I'm saying, at least in a positive way. Because it's a different science. When you outside and you just going back and forth, you bombing people and, you disagreeing with people that, believe in this and believe in that, right? But when you're talking to somebody who they don't have a concept of none of the stuff you say. See, like my kids don't know the Bible. I can't tell them that, look, it's just like in the Bible when Jesus said this, they don't even know the Bible. You can't really, a lot of stuff, as they go out into the world and they get introduced, they hear about this stuff now. I'm sure they seen, uh, probably Christians on TV and all that. You got the evangelicals, et cetera, et cetera. But they don't. That's not they. So that's a it's a different dynamic, and I've seen where sometimes people, you can go over the deep end, right, of making this punitive. Especially if you just introducing them to the lessons and you're not giving them no understanding of it. Because now, you've kind of, turned it into a chore, as opposed to, the reward that it was, for me at least. He said, brothers say God bless you and even try to build using the lessons to justify it, not knowing the foundation. There's brothers that say God bless you and try to use the lessons to. That's a new one. VC Realm. Hold on for a second, everyone. We got to give me a VC Realm a minute. Look, gotta do a fist bump. Fist bump for the Knicks right there. See, I knew VC Realm was going to come in because, see, us Knicks fans, we here. VC Realm is the biggest Knicks fans that side of the Mississippi. And all this time he's been fronting. He said, as being the best part of the planet, as being all wise, righteous, and civilized beings, we should be able to come amongst the dead and still come as God. Now look, you're right. The thing is, because see, people have to manifest that idea. Like it's not just you. I'm saying RDM chemistry. I'm saying it's things like, remember Google Glass? All types of people, they make predictions and then they can't live it out. You know what I'm saying? So just saying that, exactly what you said, as being the best part of the planet, as being all wise and righteous, but the key thing you said there, as being, that's an active verb. See, I understand Supreme Man is the Lake Show is about to be canceled. So Supreme Man is understandably upset right now. Let's have empathy. Let's have empathy for Supreme Man. He was under the impression that LeBron James was not going to win one championship, not two championships, not three championships. But that's not going to work out. You said a divine Allah would be in class sometimes. He returned to the essence. Who's a divine? True Divine. Yeah, I saw True Divine on Facebook in the hospital bed. I didn't know what it was about. It was a bubble season. BC Run. Asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. But yeah, actually, you just reminded me. I got to call True Divine. I don't. Said Divine a lot. He was in what class? What you said? The first tournament championship. What's that? First tournament championship against the Pacers. You talking about Fly Phrase from the Providence Plantations? The last time the Knicks chipped off, there was no hip hop. You know, these people in these you know, this kind of far reaching for a reason to hate on the Knicks. You know, it's very unbecoming. It's very unbecoming. You know, sometimes you just have to accept the reality. You know, right now you should be focusing on the Lakers because they need it. He said an in-season tournament. Man, no bullshit. What the hell is that? Some motherfucking intramurals or something? He said he helped publish Divine Prince's book. I gotta ask Divine Prince. All right, I'm gonna let Alabama. I told y'all about Alabama. I tell you about Alabama. You know, you got a paragraph there. I don't know if y'all, if anybody else can break that down, break it down, break it down for me because I can't quite catch what that one is. And so, I mean, now look, I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm asking, like, so does that mean that LeBron has won 6 championships now? I mean, I mean, so we're gonna start counting. We're gonna start counting AAU championships and everything now. What is this? Man, listen. We gotta get back to the science at hand. 360 degrees. See, look, how is your name Allah and you nothing like Allah? See, that's the science when you coming back up here to the title, man. Unrighteous 5% and righteous 85%. When that's how far you got. That's how far you got. You know what I'm saying? You know, you just said 85%. And you know, you got to the level of unrighteous 5%. Now I know most people would say the world and it was never really 5%. Yeah, we have an official. I don't know if y'all gonna battle it out one day, but we had a mathematician and a wordsmith. I don't know. The wordsmith is he's on one of his excursions through different levels of reality, but we have a wordsmith. True Divine sent you a message 39 minutes ago, so I guess he's okay. But see, Allah he didn't have safety quality unknown with our moms. RDM Chemistry said unrighteous 5% sounds like a jive percenter or 5 pretender. Now look, that's fair. That's fair. But you're still going to have to determine that. Meaning, you just meet somebody, right? They tell you their name is K-Born, or they tell you their name is Kevin. How do you know what you're dealing with? Of course, first you got to know who you are. And then you got to know the right way to interact in order to know who everybody else is. And then you got to know the right mathematics to know how to relate to each individual, no matter who they are. Unrighteous, righteous teacher can't be. I mean, look, that's people do that all the time, right? They come here to the school and they be like, yo, God, I'm righteous. I don't know that. I don't know you. Righteousness is something that, that's got to be weighed and judged over time, right? You can't just say, I helped this person across the street. I'm righteous now, right? But then again, people do that. That's why I said, listen, man, it's actual activity, man. You can't be a football player without playing football. Can't be a basketball player without partaking in the activities of the game of basketball. But that's what I'm saying. Okay. Like I said, we talking in 3D now. We covered that. That in 2D, right, on paper, this don't exist. There's no 5% other than righteous. But in real life, you come to the rally. You see somebody every month at the rally. How many put one in the box, right? If you've known somebody for years at the rally, didn't know about the shit that they do until you seen them in the middle of the month somewhere out in the street. Or look, a better one, you didn't know what they was really about until social media came out. There's lots of people that I thought was totally other people. Until we became friends on social media, man. That's one of the reasons. See, YouTube is different. I just do my talking. We interact or whatever. But there's some people that listen. I had to unfriend them. Look, I'm talking about brothers and sisters that I love them to this day, but I had to unfriend them because I just want to remember you. I want to know you how I know you in the world. Like this shit don't get fixed. You said players boss said unrighteous 5% low level Luciferianism versus good people who don't know any better. I mean, look, it's levels to what I'm saying. See, like when you say you don't look, like I said, you just at the rally, right? Now look, in the rally, there's some people there that's quoting everything that exists. They manifesting understanding to the highest degree. And when they leave the rally, they're going to do some devilish. That person exists. And then you got that person that, look, at the end of about 75% of their sentences, right, either in the beginning or the end, they say God. Like, yo, you going to store God? They may show love whenever they come around, yo, party on me. But they don't know no lessons. They slave with mental death and power. Nowhere are they having, is mathematics having any impact as manifested by them. I'm saying, do you not know anybody who's never taught anyone? That person exists. See, like I said, you can't tell in the month they did, yo, peace, everybody's building, but then see, this is another thing, technology, right? See, now everybody got their own cell phone. But see, back in the days, that was one of the things that you be revealed. When people call your house. See, people call your house. Can I speak to Darkim? Who? Darkim, can I speak to Darkim? Now you got the wrong number. Put one in the box if that's ever happened to you. Now look, let's say, okay, now Lord Nasir, right? Right? That's so look, you call the person, right? So, was this person, like, did you know them? This your people's, right? The question complete is, have you ever called somebody, right? Called the brother, and you ask for their righteous name, and the people say, nah, nobody like that live here, you got the wrong number. They hang up. So I'm saying, Lord Nasir, like, was this somebody that you was, a little bit close with? Say you see them at the rib shack. But I have seen, I don't know if we got a rib shack in New York, but yeah. Okay, so now look. So Lord Nasir says, there's a person, he said, we was taught by the same person, and I called the guy in his old earth, said no one lives here by that name, right? Okay, now look. We kicking him out? I'm saying this is real life. See, on paper, it's neat and clean because there's no five other than righteous. But in real life, right, are we kicking him out and saying that he's just a job pretender? Or are we going to say, okay, look, right now, you're righteous 85%. On your journey, right? on your journey to being who you really need to be. But this is what I'm saying. This person exists. But see, right now, you ain't manifest, right? Yeah, you know what's wild? I told y'all my license came, right? I just got an alert on something that they need to see my ID. That is crazy. But let's get back to that. You said Judges chapter 16, verse 7. Allah spoke on that. What's that? I'm not familiar with that particular passage right there. But that's what I'm saying. Because now, what's the other way? Are you just going to just walk down the street and act like that ain't happened? You just, because see, he's got to manifest, right? He's got to manifest mentally and physically. See, either one or both, he's not doing. See, like he may not have even said nothing. He may not have even said, yo, my name is this now, you know what I'm saying? This is my name now, right? Now look, your parents, right? Yeah, they listen, bro. We the ones that gave you your name. Don't tell us what your name is. But see, now it's also about you showing and proving physically now. Meaning them seeing the change. Right? That's what that degree is called, the physical law, right? If you get this knowledge and it don't bring about no change in your life, you're not one of us. So now, most of us, me, myself, our parents and our family first don't accept it. I'm not saying everybody's family is like that, but that's not unheard of. But over time, when they see the change that it makes, then they respect it. And you look, you can call it now, right? And you ask, can I speak to Shamik? Justin, the phone's for you. See, they still may not respect it 100%, but over time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you really see it when, unfortunately, what I'm saying, brothers return to the essence and, you at the various services and you can see how much the family respected it. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, some brothers get, a 5%, I've seen brothers get like, yo, this how I went right here. You know what I'm saying? I seen the guy, powerful, you know what I'm saying? And his young queen got up and she said to the family, like, listen, man, I don't really care what y'all got to say. These is his people right here. The way how they talking, that's how they used to talk. That's how, you know what I'm saying? And this is how it is. This is people, and this is, and that was that, all the way to I seen where you just be like, oh man, this is just like, the guy didn't live nothing like this. I was just like, oh man, that almost hurt to see that be with how that went down. You said your old earth accepted because she grew up around 5% before I became. Yeah, I mean, that's building too. You know what I'm saying? Now, look, Here comes another example of this right here, right? Here comes another example of this right here, right? See, what if the 5% she knew was unrighteous? And I know what the paper says, but you understand what I'm saying. What if those people that she knew, right, as 5%ers was unrighteous? Might have had a different impact, right? Okay, now look, divine reality. You said, are we defining an unrighteous 5% as the individuals with vices, smoking, drinking, illegal activity? Just asking. I mean, now look, we could take it to that level, right? But see, righteousness is an act, just like these acts you're saying right here. You know, but look, and to bring it to a meaning, because yes, there's levels that we can look at it, but to bring it to a meaning, you gotta deal with 360 degrees. You know, there's this competition that really don't exist. See, a law world manifest, right, is mental and physical. See, just this mindset, our way of looking at the world. That can't be touched. But the school can be touched. All of us, right? That's here, right? That's a part of the law world manifest. We could be seen and heard. See, all worlds from highest to lowest. So you got people walking around saying, look, I met Allah when I was 6. You know, I met Allah when I was 7, 9, 11. And he built with them, taught them that the black man is God, and, you know, prepared them for the universe, right? But then he also talked to May and Lindsay. And, you know, we seen all the things, you know, now you see the pictures, the plane rides and everything, you know, like I said, we here in the school, we got our flags, you know, all those things is manifest. And those is things that we talking about 50 years later. You know, let's not act like the people that was there at the time that was the only thing that was manifested. Remember a couple classes ago, in fact, there was a brother, Supreme Man, asked about the first brothers that went to college. There was a brother that I might have met him, but I don't know, but he was left out. Apparently, he was one of the first brothers that graduated from Harlem Prep. And he was amongst the first brothers in the nation to go to college. You understand what I'm saying? But my point was being that that was another thing that Allah manifested. At that time, where you had brothers that was coming out of, reform school, coming out of jail, right, and going to college. See, we're not just quoting lessons. We're not just street preaching. We're making this thing manifest, man, on all levels. But see, just because we're doing that, don't think that gives us no pass. The one thing everybody say, everybody. I don't know if you ever met anybody that knew Allah outside the nation. I met a couple. Everybody said the man quoted his lessons poetically. All the way to June 11th. So that's what I'm saying. Why you took that name? Why do you think you could call yourself that, but you can only do one? Why he had to show and prove, right, for the world to say he's Allah, but you could just sit there like a bump on the log. You could just sit there like a bump on a log and be Allah. King Me was the science. I actually got some. It's a clip that I got that I got to show you. It's good news. I just haven't had time to prepare it, but yeah, it's a clip that I got to show y'all. Some LA shit. But that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? To sum the title up. To sum the title up. If you saying, that's your proper name, this is who you are, this is your internalized existence, right? You're going to call the man father. Like I said, he didn't have sex with our mothers, right? So, if he had sex with our mother, then we would have physically his DNA, right? We would resemble him and all of that. But that's not the situation, right? So break it down. Somebody tell me, or everybody, right? This is not a rhetorical question. We're looking for answers right here, right? How is Allah your father? Like, I don't like that. When 85 say Father Allah, I cannot stand that shit. I hold it in. I hold it in. I don't, you know what I'm saying? But I do. He's not your father. Like, I hear somebody sitting here for especially we going through something, you disagreeing with his teachers. He's not your father. His name is Allah. I mean, I would feel the same way if motherfucker just walked down the street, and called my biological father daddy, like, yo, who's this guy? We on the way to the store, I don't know who's getting his candy. I don't know who's getting his candy, but look, yeah, I need the full candy what I was getting. How you just popped out now when we on our way to the store to get candy? Right, King Meat. Allah is the father of the nation. Sure love, Allah is the father of the nation. King Math, he's the father of the culture I live out, the original man. That's what I'm saying. So now look. The father gotta put some imprint on that, right? Okay. Let's go with what y'all said. Allah is the father of the nation, right? So as a member of the nation, right? How do you resemble your father? See, I like what King Matt put right here. He said he's the father of the culture I live out. But you gotta live it out. Like, look, you tell how people could go off the deep end. There's some people in the world that their minds is not like ours, right? I've ran into individuals, right, that said that, look, being that I'm God, right, the pork can't affect me. I've heard that in real life. And so, in his mind, he had science to back up what he was saying. In his mind, he's still this. See, look, Chinese people, they you know, the Chinese people, they or Asians, they predate the Italians, right? The Italians got it from the Asians making pasta. But the way they make it, the dishes that they prepare is unique to each culture. See, it's some things like in Asia, they don't really eat cheese. They don't eat cheese. Like I don't know about everywhere else, but in New York, there's no Chinese. Like if you go to here I only go to the halal Chinese, but they don't have no dishes with no cheese. So just saying that if you eating pasta, right? Which culture are you living out? Like, yeah, at the foundation of it, it's all pasta. But you got two different cultures, two different ways of making it, two different ways it smell while it's being cooked, two different ways that it tastes. And it's the same thing with this. You got some people that got our knowledge, but they're not us, man. The boy said, do as your father did by living the culture through your righteous steps like he did. Now look, I got another one for you. I got another one for y'all because look, I keep telling y'all these people exist. I keep telling y'all these people exist, right? I keep telling y'all these people exist, right? So look, and look, shout out to my brothers. Before I say this, right? Look, let me say the universal, let me give the universal sign that I'm about to say something that people may not like, right? No disrespect, right? But look, we're gonna flip it around. We're gonna flip it around, right? Because right here it says unrighteous 5% and righteous 85%. Oh shit, Mr. Spot. Right? So we're gonna flip it around and we're gonna say righteous 85% and unrighteous 5%, right? And then I'm gonna say also Muslims and Muslim sons. Is that, did anybody catch that, or do I need to break that down? Or can we move? Can we? Because I don't want to turn this into, taking shots at our brothers. Is that something that we can just we can move on? I'm just saying, because we got a lot of questions, right, about how could these things possibly exist. So I'm just asking. See, certain love. I don't know if you caught it. I don't know if you caught it, certain love. He's on a mission, and that I gotta. You see these people in here playing games. Well, some of them would disagree with you. Well, depending on what you're talking about. Did anybody else catch it? I don't know. Maybe I should leave it alone. But you got any questions, man? Before we wind this one down, we almost we almost in the twilight hour here.
follows a certain week. No month. Months and months go by. And you did not do it.
Well, you saying, am I saying unrighteous 5% could also be called Muslims and Muslim sons? Well, the unrighteous 5%, right, would be that would be synonymous with the Muslim sons. While the righteous 85%, I mean, it's not much left. Alamel is on a little bit of a serious mission today. Oh, now you got it. now you picking up what I'm picking down, huh, son? You know, we got a lot of different brothers that watch this, man. You know, just this month at the rally, you know, shout out to these brothers. I never I seen them before. I'm not sure where, like if I seen them on here or if I seen them just around, but some Moorish American brothers, they was at the rally, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, they had asked me, you know, when was the next time we was going live and everything. So, you know, we got a lot of different people. See, regardless, you know, a lot of times, you know, you do get that, right? It's 5%, you know what I'm saying? If you've been around and you've been building with people from other nations, right? You know, our contribution, right, to civilization, right, is it's a lot of times not recognized. You know what I'm saying? In terms of you know, if you're 5%, you know, you've heard this, right? You know, well, the origin is over here. The origin is over there. You see, what gets left out is ain't get worldwide to got right here. See, because our contribution, man, was that we was able to draw this whole thing up, man. Like nobody else because nobody else. See, now they doing it. Now you see everybody, the world, Craig, bear witness to supreme mathematics. When I got the knowledge, people it wasn't like that. Everybody else was saying that supreme mathematics is what we use to twist anything in sounding how we want it to sound. We twisting everybody's words. We twisting the Bible. We twisting 120. Yeah, see that mathematics. I could twist everything. So, look, in peace, look, it's all love. I'm not, it's not, I'm not putting nobody on the spot. But look, we got the understanding, God. And so people, they may not want to acknowledge it. Even in terms of, when you hear the names, not that we in this thing for fame. But I'm talking about in terms of the impact, right? You don't hear Allah's name really in balance with that. But you got people that had a couple hundred followers, students, adherents, whatever. So, saying all that to say that we got various brothers and sisters that watch our show. Not all of them is 5%ers, right? And they still our family. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to be offending them, but sometimes we gotta drop a jewel. So I guess if we don't have any other questions, whoa. Alamel is I was noticing that myself there, complete, yeah. Random Jews, we on the road. We on the road to 2000 right now. Well, we're on the road to 1900 in the immediate future right now. We got 1,891 subscribers, which is that's decent for no gimmicks. You know what I'm saying? He said, met an NOI brother like that tried to convince me we the same thing right after telling me before I could talk to birds with a straight face. Listen. There's some things, right, that all I can say is a statement like that, right? That's the truth. That's all it could be, because see, that stopped me right in my tracks. Like when somebody says something like that to me, right? See, that's where y'all be getting these crazy people from. Like, as soon as somebody tell me something about I need to listen to somebody who talks to birds, right? You say, here, Idi Amin talk to animals. That's not so far-fetched. You know, what do you mean talk to animals? Because look, black people talk to the movie screen. It's you talk to traffic people. You know what I'm saying? What do you mean talking? See, because here's the thing, when I'm, and this is my own bias. You know what I'm saying? But look, I'm of the mindset that animals do not have the intelligence to comprehend the complexity of communication that I can achieve. Now, that could just be, I could just be being conceited. Maybe I'm, thinking big eyes and little U's towards the animals there, and I shouldn't be. And there's always the ultimate question there. There's always the ultimate question there, Dason. Did the animals talk back? Look. Look, the son of Sam also claimed he talked to animals. The animals did not say very nice things. But, sometimes okay, BC realm, this is scientific. Talking to, talking at, and talking with, I think, are all different forms of communication. Okay. So in light of that, which one would you say was occurring there? That's either way. I'm just saying that, we teach what we teach. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about in terms of, us being the highest form of existence. You know what I'm saying? And, a part of that being the level to which we can manifest mathematics. The level of which we can conceive, right? And then achieve. You know what I'm saying? So, even when you deal with the science of just having thumbs, right? That gives us an ability to make a thought manifested, right? Where, let's say a deer could come up with the concept of a cell phone, right? But they ain't got the hands for it. They can't manifest on our level, man. We the most high. So, if even for you to tell me, right, that it's like look, I seen a dude in the park one time and he was calling wild chipmunks out the tree. I'm not gonna go as far to say he was talking to them, but he was there, he's doing this little sign or whatever. They came down out the tree and sat right here. And he was feeding it a little bit of nuts and everything. I think that's a skill, right? Maybe even a talent. I don't think that makes him God. So, a lot of times, for me, it's like, look, I won't even say anything else to them in reference to the knowledge. Like if somebody told me that, right, then, I might just walk away or, whatever it is, but it's nothing else for us to build about. See, that's what it is. Y'all run into these people and then y'all keep going and keep going and keep going, right? And then supposedly you give them the knowledge, but their mindset is still like that. You see what I'm saying? That's another kind of righteous 85%. Somebody who, you come into the knowledge and, you may even study the lessons and all of that. But see, when we say this is a God-centered culture, the God that you're talking about is still the mystery God. You still believe in all the same mysterious powers. You still believe that something comes from nothing and that things can disappear. But you stop eating swine, you know your lessons. But you righteous 85%. And this per se is not really gonna work for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I said, like, socially, when it comes to social equality, but when it comes to supreme equality, you're not going to be able to reach that level. But like I said, we pretty much we touched the midnight hour there. We're supposed to be on tomorrow. Let's see what happens. What it is right now is this is the season, man. You know what I mean? So we got all those things that we got to accomplish for the show and prove. Like I said, we're going to be taking the young and the chaperones to the movies. You know what I'm saying? Friday, that Friday, we have the meet and greet that we gotta take care of. You know what I'm saying? And so that takes gold. So we gotta get on the grizzly about that. And then on top of that, you know, just the location itself has to be prepared. So y'all know how I get into my 18th century yard work, 18th century labor out there in the yard. So pretty much, man, time is of the essence right now. Like I said, we're gonna do our best, but if not, hopefully this was a good one. So sign off and say peace. Everybody made it this far, do the each one teach one, hit the like button. And as I said, hopefully we shall return tomorrow.